Hi, and welcome to another video by Get It Done Home Repairs. Today we're going to talk about waterproofing the backsplash after the grout has dried. You need to read the back of the bag to see the drying period before you can apply the sealer onto it. Usually it's got to be thoroughly dried, so a couple of days is probably recommended. But read the back of the bag to see what it says. There's all different kinds of sealers that you can get out there. This one here is just one that I happen to pick up that I'm going to be using here. To apply it, you're going to take off your face plates right here, which is just like this. You take your center screw out, remove it, and take them all out for the area you're going to be working. I just want to point out that this outlet here is GFI protected, so if a little bit of the sealant gets on it, it's not a big deal. But if you're not sure, make sure you shut your power supply off so you don't get a shock from it. All right, there's different ways to apply it. You can use a brush to put it on. You could use a very small paintbrush like this to get it on. Or you can use a foam roller like this to apply it on here. And basically you're just going to dip it in here and we're just going to paint the grout lines themselves. It's recommended to have several light coats of sealer versus trying to do it in one heavy coat, which is the way we're going to do it. We're going to apply the first coat. This particular product here says it takes 30 minutes in between coats, so we're going to apply one coat, and then we're going to come back 30 minutes later, at least 30 minutes later, and we're going to apply the second coat. We're going to come in with the brush here, and we're just going to paint on here. We're going to leave it sit on for about maybe 5 minutes. On this particular case, it says 3 to 5 minutes. So we're going to leave it sit for 5 minutes so that the sealant can penetrate the grout. And then we're going to come along with a rag, and we're just going to wipe off any of the excess that's on here. You don't want to let the sealant dry on the tile itself. It'll leave like a coating on there, so you want to wipe that away before it dries thoroughly. All right, so all right, let's get started, and we'll see how it goes. I am going to use the smaller brush because I do like the brush better. And you just take it and you just paint it on, just like this. The foam roller you can use too, but the thing I didn't like about the foam roller is that when it's on the cement, which is what grout is, it starts to leave little black pieces of the foam on there, so I'm just going to do it with this brush just like this. If you get some on the counter, don't worry about it. The counter itself will be wiped off when we wipe off the excess sealant in 3 to 5 minutes. Now you see I did cover the countertop just to try to minimize any kind of drips that may happen to get on there, but it's not imperative that you do it. Okay, now while this dries, we're going to come back over here with a clean cloth, and we're going to clean off any of the sealant that's still on the tile itself before it thoroughly dries in. And you just rub it off just like that. Whatever sealant that you put onto the cement or the grout has already dried into the grout, and the stuff that's left on the tile needs to come off before it dries thoroughly. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to clean it down like this until we have it nice and clean. Once we have all of that clean over here, then we're going to continue back on this end over here, because remember it was 3 to 5 minutes that the sealer had to remain on there. We're going to go back over here, we're going to continue here, and then after 30 minutes to an hour has expired, we're going to come back and we're going to put a second coat of sealer onto the joints themselves, so that'll be thoroughly sealed. Read the back of your solution that you're going to use. Sometimes it does recommend multiple coats, which is the product that I have here now. All right, but that's it. Once it dries thoroughly, I think it says 48 hours, it cures 100%, and then it's able to be wiped down with a damp cloth or whatever without the water penetrating the grout. All right. Okay, so if you're putting in new grout, that's the procedure you would follow. If by chance you're just cleaning the grout with a cleaner and then you're going to reseal it again, you do it a little bit differently. The cleaner you would use on there to get any kind of mildew or any kind of dirt or grease or anything else that's in that tile grout out, and then once you have it cleaned out and all of the foreign matter out, then you would just let it dry thoroughly. And once it dries thoroughly, then you would just do the exact same thing. You paint it on with a brush or a foam brush or a bigger brush, or they even use sprays to spray it on there as well. So, all right, just want to mention that to you. All right, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.